G'day again, Kim from Bush Gear. Hey, today I'm going to show you a very simple way to make jerky. It's as simple as ABC. There's nothing like when friends are around to grab some jerky out and have a nice little snack, or when you're out in bush, a bit of dry jerky keeps you going. Most people think it's fairly difficult, but the simple way we do it is straightforward and you don't need any special equipment. So let's go through it. We have the high mountain jerky, so we've got the flavourings here, and each of these packs will do up 7 kilos, and there's many different flavourings. There's also a sampler pack that's got 5 different flavourings in there. And in each pack, you'll get a little shaker bottle for your spices, you'll get your cure, and your different flavours. What you need to do is follow the instructions that are there, and then first of all, cut your meat. And with a decent knife and a good chopping board, I cut it about 5 mils thick. Once your meat is cut, lay it out flat, mix the correct ratio for the weight of flavouring and cure as per the chart, sprinkle half it over, turn your pieces over and do the other side. When that's done, put it all in a mixing bowl, or I use a Ziploc bag, and well and truly massage it through all the meat. Put that in the fridge for 24 hours and that will cure all the way through. Next day, we take it out, lay it on the racks, and I put it in the oven. Now I've done it with the smoker, I've done it with the dehydrator, but the simple easy way is if you put it in the oven, 93 degrees Celsius, leave the oven just ajar and run it in there for about an hour and a quarter. After that you have beautiful jerky. So most people have got an oven at home. If you don't have a knife or a chopping board, jump online. We've got all the different flavourings online. It's very easy and simple to do, and I guarantee you, you'll love the taste. So let's get to it. Okay, so the idea is to cut it nice and thinly. Thin little strips around 5 mils each. And one secret here is I've just put the meat in the freezer for a short period of time, which is to help firm it up. Now, one question people do ask is, do you cut across the grain or along the grain? You can go along the grain, and that will make it a little more chewy because of the sinew of the meat. I like to go across the grain so it's not as chewy. Now, regarding the knife, that's just a little 6-inch boner I was using. You may already have one of those. You can also use a decent chef's knife, and we've got these online. Great steel in these as well, and they do a great job. It all comes down to personal preference and what you already have. Now the other thing we need to do is weigh the meat so we know how much spice to do. So in this batch I'm on about 900 grams. So there's enough for one batch. There you go, all done up, 3 batches. So now we'll go to the next stage. Okay, so just following off the chart, I've got 900 grams. So what I'm going to need is 3 teaspoons of the seasoning and 4 teaspoons of the cure. Into here, sprinkle half on, turn it over and continue. The other thing to be careful of, if your meat is too moist, if there's too much moisture there, is just pat it down with a bit of paper towel first before you start putting the cure on it. Just pat that extra moisture out. Now the instructions say put it in a bowl and mix it well. The other alternative I use is just straight into the Ziploc bag, because that can then stay in there in the fridge. Just wipe up anything that's left on the tray. You might have noticed I put a bit of cling wrap there just to keep the tray relatively clean. And now mix that well and truly through. So that now will go in the fridge and give it a good 24 hours to cure, and then we'll do the drying process in the oven. So see you soon. Well, we're back again. The jerky's been marinating well and truly for 24 hours plus, and all you now need to do is put it on wire racks so you can place it in the oven. So these are racks that come out of the oven, and I've got the tray underneath, so when I place them in the oven I'll have a tray on the bottom to catch anything that may drip, to keep it as clean as possible in the oven. The other thing you can use is these fellows, which I'll do if I run out of space. Just put these in the bottom tray, and these are just basically cake racks. So you just want it so the air can flow around, and as you see I'm putting it there, there's a little gap for air to flow around this as it goes. So we'll just finish this off and then we'll go for the oven and do the drying process. Okay, so we've got all of the racks placed in the oven, fan forced, turn it on to 93 degrees Celsius, and that will stay in there now for about an hour and a quarter. And what we need to do is turn it about halfway through. Now the other thing you need to do is keep your oven door ajar. Now this fellow here, he won't, he's spring loaded. So all I do is I just put a spoon in there, and that will keep the oven door ajar and allow the moisture to come out. Nice and easy. So it's now 11:30 in the morning. We'll just watch this and come back about 45 minutes, turn it over, and then when it's all dried out properly, we're ready to sample. Okay, well I've taken the first lot of jerky out. What I tend to do, pair of scissors, and just cut it into whatever size strips you want. So it's bite-sized strips if the pieces are a bit big. But the best thing to do when you first get it, take a bite and enjoy. It's absolutely lovely. So simple process, but if you don't have what you need to get started, jump online. We've got a starter pack there with the different flavours, a decent knife and a cutting board. Follow the instructions and start enjoying your own jerky. So hope you enjoy the video. See you next time.